Good morning, friendly faces, and welcome to our first crochet tutorial. Some of you are new to this, while others are relearning some old forgotten skills, but by the end of today's tutorial, hopefully it will all be coming back to you. This week, we'll just be looking at the basic stitches you'll need to complete next week's flower project. Take the time over the next week to practice the stitches and get comfortable with the crochet hook and holding the wool to create an even tension. Today you'll learn how to create a slip knot and chain, as well as the single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet and triple crochet stitches. You should all have received your crochet hook and some wool. I'm using thicker wool today just so that it's easier for you to see. The crochet hook you can hold like a pencil, or you can hold it like a knife, whichever is most comfortable for you. The wool, which is held in the left hand, if you're right-handed, goes around the small finger and then over the top of your index finger. It needs to be able to be held taut, but also run through your fingers as well if you need to. There's a lot of practice involved in this, and it's just a case of whatever's comfortable for you. So we'll get started with our slip knot. Take the wool and wrap it round the end of your finger just loosely to make a loop. Pass the wool across the back and with your hook take it through and pull to make a nice slip knot. So again, wrap it round the end of your finger, over the back, put your needle through and pull it through, holding both sides so that it becomes tight, and then you can just push it up to the top. And that is your slip knot. Next we're going to make the chain. The chain is the foundation for anything that you make with crochet, and it's the first row. So to make our chain, we yarn over the top of our hook and pull it through the loop that we have through the slip knot, and that is our first chain. Yarn over and hook it through the loop, and that's your second chain. And you carry on doing that, hooking and pulling it through for as many as you need for your pattern. Each time you do a loop and pull it through, move your fingers up so that you're not pulling the wool from the bottom. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And that gives you what's called your chain. The stitches that you do now will be in each of these loops. So our basic single crochet, you take your hook and you put it through not the first loop but the second. Through, yarn over, pull back through, and that gives you 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through both, and that's your single crochet. So again, in the next loop, put your hook through, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops, yarn over, through both. We carry on all the way along the row. And that is your first row of single crochet. To do your second row, chain 1, so you go yarn over and take it through that last loop. Turn your work so you've got the back showing, and then we just start again. We miss the first loop there and we go into the second here. Put your hook through, yarn over, pull back through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, through both. Into the next chain space, put your hook through, yarn over, bring it back through, 2 loops, yarn over, through both. When you get to the end, you'll think that you've finished there, but there is actually another hole right here on the end. So don't forget this stitch just here. So through, yarn over, bring it back, yarn over, through both. And there you've got 2 rows of single crochet, and you're ready to chain 1, turn and begin again on the other side. Next we're going to try the double crochet. Again, get your wool comfortably in your hand and your hook ready. So miss the first loop and go into the second. But this time, before we go through, we're going to yarn over the wool. So yarn over and through, yarn over and back. And that will, this time, will give us 3 loops on our hook. So we yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over and go through the last 2, which will leave us 1 loop on our hook again. So into the next chain space, yarn over and through, yarn over and back. 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. And again, yarn over through the next chain space, yarn over and back. 3 loops, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. So there is our first row of double crochet, and you can see how much bigger they are than the single crochet and spread further apart. For the second row, this time we chain 2, so yarn over and through the loop, yarn over and through the loop, and then we turn our work around so that we're on the back, and we continue again. Ignore the first chain space and go into the second. Yarn over and through, yarn over and back. 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. Again, we're at the end of our row, but we actually have another stitch left, which is down here. So don't forget this stitch just here, else each time you do a row it will get shorter and shorter. So again, yarn over into this stitch right down here, yarn over, back through, and finally yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and that's 2 rows of double crochet. Next we're going to do the half double crochet. So again, we ignore the first loop that we have here and go to the second. We start it the same as we did with the double crochet. We yarn over and go through, yarn over and come back, and that gives us 3 loops on our hook. But this time we yarn over and we come back through all 3 loops. So again, yarn over into the chain space, yarn over and back, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and back through 3, yarn over into the next chain space, yarn over and back, yarn over and through all 3 loops, yarn over into the chain space, yarn over and back, 3 loops, yarn over, back through all 3. So that's our first row of half double crochet. As with a double crochet, we chain 2, turn our work and repeat. Ignore the first hole here and go into the second. Yarn over, through, yarn over and back, yarn over and through 3. finish off the row. And again, although it seems like we're at the end of the row, there is actually a stitch right down here at the end of the previous row. So yarn over and go through that one, yarn over, and we've got the 3, and yarn over and through there. So that's 2 rows of half double crochet. Now we're going to do the triple crochet. This time we wrap the wool twice around the hook into the second chain space, yarn over, bring back, and this time you have 4 loops on your hook. So we yarn over and take it through 2, yarn over, take it through 2, yarn over, take it through the last 2. And that's our triple crochet stitch there. Yarn over twice, through the chain space, yarn over and bring it back, 4 loops, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. And the last stitch. Yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. And that's a row of treble crochet. To repeat, this time we chain 3, turn our work, ignore the first hole there and go into the second chain space, yarn over twice, through the chain space, yarn over and back, 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. Again, that seems like it's the end of the row, but don't forget that you've got a stitch down here, which is the last stitch on the previous row. Yarn over twice and through that loop, back, 4 loops on your hook, back through 2 each time. And that is 2 rows of triple crochet. Finally, we're going to do a slip stitch. This is handy for joining together 2 ends if you want to make a loop, or if you're working in a circle or a square and you've worked all your way round and you want to rejoin where you started. To make a slip stitch, pop your hook through the loop that you want to join, yarn over and bring through a loop so that you have 2 on your hook, and then just slide 1 through the other. So again, you put your hook through the loop you want to join, yarn over, make a loop and bring it back through, and then put that loop through your original one. And that gives you a little circle, which is a starting point for circular crochet and will be useful when we make our flowers next week. Hopefully this has been helpful for you, and you can spend the rest of the week having a practice and join us next week when we'll be doing our basic flower. Bye!